Hello. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a doubt session for week number 3. Okay. So we can start from activities. I'm showing my screen now. Yeah, my screen is visible now. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So anyone have doubt in this in activity 3.1?
Ma'am, can you solve one by one question? If we have any doubt, then that will be automatically solved.
All the questions. Did you
Mm-hmm.
solve any question? We
Yes,
cannot solve all the questions. Okay.
yes, you can
If you
solve
have
all the
any
questions
doubt,
one by one.
no, then it will be too long. Okay. We cannot solve all the questions one by one. You should solve the questions already. And if you have any doubt in any question, then you should ask, right? First, you should try by yourself. Or if you are unable to understand any concept, that then we can discuss with that thing. But okay, it's like solving all the questions should not be a thing, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So any doubt from activity 3.1? Have you solved the questions or you're just attending the class?
I have solved question, but not all the practice assignments and activity question.
Okay,
Uh,
so yeah, I am
because the
asking these questions to all the students, not to you only.
Hello, ma'am.
Ah, yes.
Yes, ma'am. I have a doubt in variance and standard deviation questions, ma'am. Because
Okay.
the formulas are complex. That's
Okay.
why.
Yeah, we will see that. Okay, so in 3.1, no one has doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we are
Hmm.
moving to 3.2. Okay, we will go one by one. Okay. So yeah, here anyone have any doubt in 3.2?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. In 3.3, here.
No, ma'am.
Okay, in 3.4, here are the questions for example. Okay, so which question you want? Any particular question?
Ma'am, question number 2 actually in this activity.
Question number 2.
Yes. Gymnasium. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So the question is, the gymnasium owner later finds that his weighting machine is defective. The machine shows 3 kg less weight than the actual weight. So, and now we have to find the new sample variance in kilograms square. So did you solve the question number 1? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you have already calculated the sample variance in the first case for the given data, right? Any doubt in this question? Like how to find the sample variance?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay, still I'm showing you how to solve. Not the entire, but you can do the calculation part. But I am doing giving you the rough idea. Okay, so the points are like 62, 85, 80. Okay, so first of all, what we do, we write the values. So it is like 62. Okay, then 85. Then what was it? Then 80. Okay. So in this way, first of all, we write all the xi value of xi, right? Then what the second step? We find the deviation, right? From the sample mean. Okay. So we calculated the mean. What was the mean in this question? What is the value of x bar?
Which question is this? Of which activity?
Question number 1 of 3.4.
3.4.
Yes, 3.4.
I'll tell you the mean right now.
Okay.
The mean comes out to be 71.94.
Okay, yeah. So this is the mean. Okay. Now in the second step, you have to find the deviations, right? So you have to write like 62 minus 71.94. Okay. And then what you have to do? You have to take square of it. Okay. Some value will come and you have to take the difference first, then you have to square it. Okay. And then you have to add all these values. Okay. So what is the formula of x square? So we have to find sample variance right here. We have to find sample variance in this question. Okay, so the formula for sample variance is summation of xi minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1. Okay, so numerator part is the summation of all these values, right? And then you have to divide by n minus 1. So n is 10 here. Okay, so 10 minus 1, you have to divide by 9. Okay, so you will find the sample variance. The sample variance, what is the answer? What is the sample variance here?
The final answer you're asking?
Yes.
66.62.
Okay, so the final answer is 66.62. Okay, till here it is clear, right? Now in the next question, it is asked that it is saying that gymnasium owner later finds that weighting machine is defective and the machine shows 3 kilograms less weight than the actual weight. Okay, so machine is showing 3 kg less weight, right? Okay, so what is your actual weight? Suppose I am representing it with yi. Okay, so these are xi value. Okay, which the machine shows. Okay, and here I am writing actual weights, so which is less than 3 kg. Sorry, uh, it is written that machine shows 3 kg less than the actual weight, right? So it should be xi plus 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear now? Since
Yes, ma'am.
machine is showing 3 kg less weight, okay, so the actual weights will be 62 plus 3, something like this, right? So we have to add 3 in all the values, okay? So that will be your actual values, okay? So we can write it like this, like suppose these are yi. Now, when you are adding 3, so suppose this is your y1, then y2, okay? After adding 3, okay, now we have to find out the variance of this data, okay, when we have added 3 to each data point, okay? Now we have studied that variance remains unchanged if you add a constant to all the data points, right? Okay, is it correct or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so variance for this values will be same as this, as we have already calculated. Okay, so variance for y values, it will be equal to 66.262, right? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes,
there's a formula that relates sample variance and population variance, right?
which relates, yes.
Can you please tell that once?
Okay. So see, what is the formula for sample variance? Sample variance we represent it by S square. So it is summation of xi minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1, right? And what
Yes, ma'am.
is, okay, and what is population variance? So it will be xi minus x bar whole square divided by n. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so here you can write it like it will be n sigma square equals to n minus 1 s square, right?
Okay, ma'am. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, next question. Any other doubts from this activity?
No, ma'am.
In 3.5,
Ma'am,
yes.
during solving these activity questions, calculation are more calculative. B may take approx value.
Sorry. You can use
Ma'am,
calculator exam, right?
Basically,
yes,
he's
ma'am.
asking, can we round off the values?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
surely you can round off. Like if the answer is something like in decimal, then it should be in the range. It's not like suppose in this question, the answer is 66.62. Okay, if you write 66.6 only, then also it will be correct. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you give us a little bit idea about the scientific calculator, ma'am? Because when we use it like basic calculator, then the answer differs from the normal one.
About calculator, I'm not sure which calculator is given to you, like scientific or non-scientific.
Yes, ma'am.
Which is
In the
which is
Ma'am,
available on your screen, ma'am.
you have to click
Auto
on the
click on.
calculator, the leftmost part, the
yes,
left.
That I
the
know.
scientific
Okay, you
calculator
are
is
asking
provided
that
in
which,
the
yeah, in the desktop only you can use the calculator, not the physical calculator, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
But I think the scientific calculator is different from the normal one because they give us different outputs. As compared to the normal one, the output of the scientific calculator is different.
But I think for these questions you don't need scientific calculation. You just have to do like normal
Yes,
calculations, right?
yes, yes, but I
So
don't
you don't have to
know
use that
they will
functions.
provide us a normal calculator or not.
So the calculator which will be in your system that you can use, I think, or it will be in that.
Oh,
I'm
so
not sure
there will
about
be the calculator which
calculator.
we will be provided is going to be the normal one or the scientific one.
I'm not
Don't
sure about it.
worry, don't worry, the calculator is normal. I have also given the qualifier exam. It is similar as we have in our dashboard.
Okay, but once I used it, the output is different as the normal one. In the basic sum or multiply.
There is a problem in this calculator. I am also facing this problem. It is not
Oh,
giving the correct outputs.
oh, okay, okay, thanks.
Yeah, okay. Any other? Right?
Hello?
Yes.
Ma'am, you have not explained the concept of the box plot. In the box plot is there in the tutorials. So I just want to know how to draw a box plot for a given data.
So see, box plot gives you the 5 number summary of the data. Okay. So so it is something like you can make it horizontal or vertical both. So suppose it is something like this. So this line tells you the Q1, which means the first quartile. Okay. And this line, this boundary, it tells you the Q3, which is the third quartile. Okay. And this is the maximum point, and this is your minimum point. Okay. And if there is any outlier, then we show like this. We show points here. If it is beyond maximum, then here. And if it is below minimum, then here. Okay. And we draw a line here also, which is the median. Okay. Second quartile of median. So basically, it is the 5-number summary. In 5-number summary, what is the maximum? Then all the 3 quartiles. Okay. And the minimum.
There is
Right.
a question in activity 3.5, question number, last question number 10.
Activity 3.5.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which question? Last question.
Last one.
Yeah. So question number 10.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So question number 10 is, what is the range of the data? Okay, so range is the maximum minus minimum, difference of maximum and minimum, right? So here we will see our what is our maximum value and what is the minimum value. Okay. So here you can
Maximum
see
is
that,
around,
yeah, exact values are not given here. So that can be a confusion. So it is like between 0 to 5, the minimum value, and the maximum is between 65 to 70, right?
yes, sir.
The
Let's take
topmost
62.
point. Yeah. So if you take it like 62 or 63, sorry, no, 62 how you can take? It's
So
it's
it's
above 65,
56.
right? 62 you cannot
Yes,
take.
yes.
Okay, so it is like
Yes,
in
ma'am. It will be
between.
around 67 or 68, something like that.
Okay, so like I'm taking here 68. Okay, so suppose the maximum is 68. Okay, and minimum is between 0 to 5. Okay, in middle of something. So let's say it's 3. Okay, so minimum is, okay. So the range will be maximum minus minimum. Okay, which will be 68 minus 3, which is equal to 65. Okay. So here I think the answer will be in range, not the exact answer. Let's check the what is the answer here. So okay, the range is given to you like 64 to 66. Okay, suppose if you are taking 67 as maximum and 2 as minimum. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so that's why the range is given for the answer, this range. Okay, basically the range is nothing but the difference of maximum and minimum. Okay, it's clear now.
And question number 8.
Question number 8. Okay, so the first quartile is asked. So what is the first quartile? First quartile is this line,
20.
right? Okay, so it is between 15 to 20.
Yes.
Okay, so 15 to 20 you can see in the given options. 15 to 20
19.
is only 19. Okay, so 19 will be your answer. Okay,
Ma'am, 19 is.
sorry.
May you please explain, ma'am?
Okay, so see, so this line represents you the first quartile, right? I have shown you the figure also. This was your first quartile, right? Okay, so the lower
Yes.
boundary of the box plot gives you the first quartile, right? So here you can see that this line will represent the first quartile. And you can see it is between 15 to 20.
Yes.
We don't know the exact value, but it is between 15 to 20. So here you can see in the given options only 19 is there, which is between 15 to 20, right?
Okay.
So 19 option will be correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, any other question? Any other doubt?
No, ma'am.
No doubt? From practice assignment?
Question 3.1.
So for the practice assignment, solutions are also given to you. Okay, which question you want to ask?
With the 5 number summary one, question number 10.
Question number 10.
Yes.
Okay. So did you see the solution?
Yes, ma'am, but I did not get the solution. Actually, I have watched the previous recordings of statistics.
Okay, no problem. No issue. Let's check that. Question number 10, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the question is the 5-number summary of 99 observations of a numerical variable is 25, 35, 47, 56, and 78. So based on this information, which of the following statements could be true? So option 1 is mean of the data is 41.133, range, then range of the data, then interquartile range, then again mean, okay. So we have to check for mean, okay, and we have to check for range, we have to check for interquartile range, and we have to check 80th percentile value in this question, okay. So I will explain you by the given solution, okay. So the number of observations given to you is 99, right?
Yes.
Okay, and 5-number summary is given.
Yes.
Okay, so 25 will be your first, minimum observation. Okay,
Yes.
okay, and then remaining. So 35 will be your first quartile, then 47 will be your second quartile or median, then 56 will be your third quartile, and maximum observation is 78. This part is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we have to check for, okay, so mean, then we have to check for range. Okay, let's first solve for range. Okay, so range is what? Maximum minus minimum. Okay, so range will be 78 minus 25. So that will be 53. Okay, so option number B or second will be correct, right?
Yes.
Then we check for interquartile range. So interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. Okay, which means 56 minus 35. So if you subtracted, 21 will be the answer, right? Interquartile range will be 21. This is also correct. Okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, then we have to check for mean. Okay, so for mean it's given like 41.133, and then the ranges, different ranges are given to you. Okay, so see here the exact data is not given. So what we can do, we can approximate. Okay, we can find the range. So what we have done here, so the first line is written like 25th percentile is 25th observation. So that you can check like this. Okay, so total number of observation is 99, right? And 25th percentile, which means p value, the value of p will be 0.25. Okay, so value of np, what will be the value of np? 25 multiplied by 0.25.
0.247.
It will be 24.75.
24.75. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is not an integer.
No. 25th.
Possible, it is written that possible values for 2 to 24 observation is 25 to 35.
Ma'am,
Okay.
actually, in the middle, your audio also. I think
Sorry.
I'm getting offline. Continue, ma'am, continue.
Yeah. It's fine now.
Yes, yes. There is an issue with my internet. What yours?
Okay. So see, the minimum value here is 25. Okay. So the first observation will be your 25.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And for remaining 20 to 20, 2 to 24 observation can take value in this interval. Okay, I'm drawing a line first, then you will understand. So suppose this is your line. Okay. This is your minimum. And this is your maximum. Okay. This will be your Q1, this will be your Q2, and this will be your Q3. Okay. So the value is given like minimum was 25, then Q1 is 35, right? Tell me the values. It is 47 then. Then 56 and 78. So it is 56 and it is 78. Okay. So in this interval, okay, so we have already calculated that 25th percentile is nothing but the 25th observation. Okay. Similarly, you can find for 75th and 50th percentile also. Okay. So if P is 0.50, then value of NP, what will be the value of NP in this case?
$49.5.
It will be 49.5. So again, you can say that 50th observation will be your 50th percentile, right? Okay. And if we find for 75th percentile, then value of NP will be 99 multiplied by 0.75,
74.25.
74.25. Okay. So here you can see that 75th observation will be your 75th percentile. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So 25th observation, then 50th observation. Okay. Then 75th observation. Right. So here you can see that in this interval, in the first interval, okay, which is minimum to. So see, this is your 25th observation. Okay. So below which means 24 observation.
Yes.
Okay. So first observation, suppose, is your minimum observation, which is 25. So remaining 20 to 24 observation will be there, right? And if we talk about minimum value, so the minimum value that in this interval can any observation can take will be 25, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And in this interval, okay, from 25th observation to 49th observation, right? So that can take minimum value as 35, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now for this interval, so it will be 50th to 74th observation, right? So that can take minimum value as 47, right? And for this, 75 to 70, sorry, total 9 observation there, so 98 till 98. Okay. So that can take minimum value as
Yes.
56, right? And then there is a maximum observation which is 78. Okay. This is fixed, right? Maximum is given to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if you talk about maximum value that the observation can take, so here in this interval, the maximum will be 35, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? And for this interval, maximum can be 47. Okay. And here, maximum will be 56. Okay.
78 for the last one.
Okay. And here, maximum will be 78. Okay. And see here, minimum value is already fixed. Okay. So the first observation will be 25. Okay. and remaining 2 to 24. Minimum is fixed, right? So minimum will be 25. Remaining observation that are lying in this interval, that will be maximum can take 35. Right? It's clear till this point?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we have done here, we have calculated the minimum possible value for the mean and maximum possible value for the mean. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So again, you can see that in this interval, 24 observation will be there for this interval, right?
Yes, ma'am.
From 2 to 24. And here 25 observation will be there. Here also 25 will be there. And here will be 24. Okay. Apart from maximum and minimum. Okay. This thing is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will see here. So here what is given, like we have in mean what we do. We sum all the possible values and we divide the total number of observations. So total number of observation is 99. The numerator denominator part will be clear, right? Now what we have done for minimum, we have taken all the minimum possible values, okay? All these values for these cases, okay? And for maximum case, we have taken all these values, okay? So that will give you a range for mean, okay? So see, in the first case, including the
Minimum value.
minimum value that can take will be 25,
55,
right?
47.
Okay.
Yes.
And 24 observation will be there, which will be taking value 25,
Yes, ma'am.
right? From 1 to 24,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Then the remaining 25 that are taking, sorry, remaining 20, remaining 25 that are taking 35. Okay. Then the next 25 are taking 47. The next 24 will be taking 56, and the remaining will be maximum value, right? Now it's clear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in this way, we can find the minimum value for mean. Okay. And in the similar way, we have calculated the maximum possible value for mean. Okay. So in this case, we have taken the maximum values. Okay. And
And
this
the
is the
mean is between 31.13 to 53.65.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And in the first case, since we have taken the minimum value, so maximum observation is separately written here. Okay. And the second, maximum possible value we have calculated. Okay. So minimum will be fixed, right? So that's why 25 is written separately. Okay. And we have done, we have calculated for the remaining observations. It's clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that will give you the range for mean. Okay. Now from the given options, you can see. So option number, second last option will be correct, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the third last, you can see it is 35 to 56, okay, which is going out of this interval, right? So this option will be incorrect. So the mean can be 35 and mean can be 56. That also will be incorrect. And the first option is the mean of the data is 41.133. That can be correct, okay?
Yes.
Now, okay. Okay, now the last option is only remaining 88th percentile value is 78. Okay. So here you can see that in this part, we have seen that maximum value that observation can take is 78. Okay.
Okay.
See from here, from 76 to 98. Minimum value will be 58, maximum will be 78, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the maximum value, that 80th percentile will fall in this range only, right?
Yes.
This is 25th. This is your suppose 100 percentile. The 80th will be between this part. Okay, so 80th, uh, 80th observation or 80th percentile. Okay, that will be falling in this range, right? So that can take value 78, right?
Yes.
So this option will also be correct, right? Okay, so 80th, if you calculate 80th percentile, that will be your 79.2. So 80th observation will be your 80th percentile. Okay, that will be falling in the last interval, right? That can take maximum value as 78. So that option will also be correct. Now it is clear. Any
Yes,
doubt
ma'am.
in this?
Yeah.
Okay, any other question?
No.
No question in this? In 3.2?
3.2 is easy.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in 3.1, the question number 2, I think, in my it is 2. If the mean and the standard deviation of the observation x1, x2, x3 till the xn are 20 and
Question number
man in 2, second one.
2
Yeah.
in 3.1.
Yeah, but it's your in your data it's different, I think. My question is if the mean and the standard deviation of the observations x1
Okay, it will be here. Okay, it will be here. This one. Now check on the screen which question is there. It will be
I
in this
think the
only.
eighth one, man. The eighth one.
no
Eighth one.
ninth one, I think ninth one.
Ninth one.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is given that if mean and standard deviation of observation x1, x2 up to xn are 20. Okay, and standard deviation is 5. Okay, let's write it. So mean is 20 and standard deviation is 5. Okay, for x1, x2 up to xn. Okay, now it is given that the mean and the standard deviation of observation a times 3xn plus b, a times 3xn, 3x2 plus b are 94.5 and 22.5 respectively. Then what is the sum of a and b? Okay. Okay, I'm explaining in the given solution only. Question number 9 it was, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So for the first data it is given and for the second data also it is given. Okay. Okay, so the another data is something like this. Okay. So you can see that if you have to find standard deviation for this case for the second data, okay, then you know that if we add a constant to all the data point, that the variance or standard deviation does not change, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But if you multiply a constant, then the variance and standard deviation changes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So here we can write it like this also: 3a x1 plus ab, right? So this is the part that you are adding ab, suppose.
Yes.
So this is your original variable. This
Yes.
part you are adding and you are multiplying 3a. Okay. So if you take variance in this case, okay, so variance will be your 3 square a square variance of x1. Okay. I mean, for variance of x will be like variance of data x. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you have to find standard deviation, okay, it gets square root. So it will be
Yeah.
3a times standard deviation of x. Okay, x1, x2 up to xn. Okay, so that is the point which is written here. Okay, so sigma 2, which is representing the standard deviation for your second data, which is 3x1 plus ab, 3a2 plus b, like this. Okay, so sigma 2 will be equal to 3a times sigma 1. Okay, this is the point which is written here, this thing. Okay, this part is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now what we have done, we have put the value in this case in the formula. Sigma 2, sigma 1 we are given. So from here we can find out the value of a, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now we have to find the mean. Okay, so this line, equation number 9, is written for mean part. Okay,
Okay.
so this was your variable. So the mean here will be 3a times mean of x, okay, plus ab, like this. Okay, so
Okay.
mu2, which is the mean for second data, it will be 3a times mu1 plus ab. This part is clear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now what we have done, we again have put the values. Okay, we are given the values for mean of two data, right? Mu1 and mu2 are given, and we have calculated the value for a also. Now from here we can find out the value of b,
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
right? Okay, so now you can find the sum of a and b.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Any other question? In activity in practice assignment 3.2? Any question, anything that you want to ask? If you don't
Actually,
have any
ma'am,
doubt, then
ma'am,
yes.
it's not related to this academics. Actually, whenever I click that discuss option in any of the course, so it shows like content unavailable from that Google Groups website. I don't know why it's happening. I also mailed and also raised a ticket to IIT Madras, but they haven't get any response. So do you have any idea over this?
I'm
Uh,
not sure about these things.
okay. Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
You have to make sure that you're using the email ID that you have used to register for this course.
Yeah, thank you so much. But I am using the same email ID only. It shows switching accounts, but this is the same email ID I registered it. So then also this error is coming.
So okay, I face the same issue, but my mail wasn't logged in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, any other question?
I had out with hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
I had out with that stem and leaf plot because I don't know whether you discussed because I was on and off during the section. I'm sorry for that. The
Stem and leaf plot.
class teacher created a stem and leaf plot showing each day's attendance. I hope that's the question you have.
The question is from activity
No, it's from practice assignment 3.2.
3.2. Okay. Yeah, which question?
The attendance,
This
yeah, this
question.
one. Yeah.
Okay. So the question is, a class teacher created a stem and leaf plot showing each day's class attendance. Okay. So the question number 4 is what? Hello. Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah. Me.
Okay, so the
Yeah,
question
you're
number
audible.
4 is, what was the maximum number of students that attended class on any day? Okay, so this is the data of attendance. Okay, so these different values are showing you the attendance on any day for different days, right? Okay, so suppose one day the attendance is 10. You can study this stem and leaf plot.
Yeah.
What will be the different observations here? It will be
Sorry,
10,
could you please
12, 17.
Yeah, 12, 12, 17, 19, and this is 22, 50, 25, 26, and 28.
Yes. Okay. So then 30,
Yeah.
31, 33 like this. Okay. So it is
Yeah.
asking that what is the maximum number of students that attended class on any day. So what is the maximum observation here?
So that means 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
45.
45, right?
Yeah.
Now check the answer. 45 will be the answer. Yeah. Okay. It's clear now.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in
Yeah,
the
sorry.
concept of outliers. It's so confusing. Can you recall that one more time?
Okay, we will move on to this part also. First, clear this thing. So this question is clear.
Yeah, the 45 is the largest.
Okay.
So, okay.
Question number 5 also.
Yeah, where less than 25 students is okay. Again, I had to go with 2 and 5 less than that. Whatever is less than 25, I have to go for it.
Hmm.
Am I right?
Yes. So on how many days were there less than 25? Yeah. So less than 25, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 observations are there which are less than 25. Okay.
Okay.
Which means on 5 days, less than 25 students were there in the class, right?
So, yeah.
Okay. So answer will be 5. Okay. Okay. Next also. Next is on how many days there were 34 students in the class. Okay. So now see in the given graph, no value is 34. Okay.
37
The
and
answer
30.
will be, yeah, 34 is not in this data, right?
No, 33 is there.
So it will be 0.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other doubt from this part?
No, this
Anyone?
is good.
Yeah.
So
Anyone
this
else?
the day that we are talking there, because in one of the questions, I think the fourth question they are talking about one day, and the other case they are talking about generally a day. So
See, in
it's
the
like
see the
it's
question
actually
these.
very
So see, the question is the class teacher created a STEM leaf plot for each day attendance. Okay. So these are nothing but the attendance. Like for day 1, the students were 10. Like for day 2, the students were 12. For day 3, suppose it's 17. Okay. So for different days, it is given you the total attendance. Okay. Total number of students that were present. Okay. So the
so
maximum
here I should
attendance here
consider
is,
each of the 45.
okay. So maximum attendance is 45. Okay. So the maximum number of students that attended in class on any day will be 45, right? And in the next case, next question, it is asking that on how many days there were less than 25 students. Okay, which means the attendance, the total number of students should be less than 25, right? Which is like 10, 12, 17, 19, and 22. So total 5 cases are there, right? On 5 days, there were less than 25 students in the class. Okay, now it's clear.
Yeah. So here I should consider each observation for equal to for every day, for one observation for one day.
Yes.
So, thank you. I also have doubts in practice assignment, maybe one, or maybe we can finish the thing, other doubts, and I will come back to you. Sorry.
Yeah, you can ask the doubt now.
So, yeah, sure. Oh, in case I can go for it. I would, the question number 8 and 9. I
Of
think 8
question
to 12, 8 to 12 is something tricky for me. From practice
from
3.1.
okay. So 9 we have discussed just
Oh,
2 minutes
as I told you,
before.
I was quite disturbed. I got too many disturbances around. I was in,
Okay.
if it's in the
So you can
recording, I
check
can,
which question is that. You can check
from 8 to 12, I was asking about that.
from 8 to 12.
Rather from 7 to 12.
Sorry.
From question number 7 to 12.
7 to 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So 9 and 10 we just now we have already discussed. Okay. So let's move on to 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8. Okay. So question number 7 is if the mean and sample standard deviation of the data, okay, the data is given and mean and sample standard deviation is given. Okay. And you have to find the difference of x1, x1 and x2. Okay.
Yeah.
So how we find mean? Mean is nothing but the sum of all divided by the total number of observation, right?
Okay. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So
Kindly excuse me. I think I just want to open the room. Just give me a couple of minutes. I have to open the. I'm sorry.
yeah, now we can start. Hello. Yeah, can we start this question now? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, the person who was asking this question is there or not? Okay, someone was also asking about the outliers. We can discuss that simple.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The Outliers one.
Okay. So I told you the formula of outliers in the session, in the open session also. Okay. So Q1 minus 1.5 times IQR and Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR. Okay. You know what is IQR, Q1, Q2, and Q1 and Q3 here?
Interquartile range.
Okay.
Third
It is
quartile minus
interquartile
first
range.
quartile.
Okay. So any data point or any observation which is below this point, okay, that will be outlier. Okay. And any value which is greater than this value, that will be outlier. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, can you take one example and any problem? Then it will be clear for me.
Uh, is there any question based on this inactivity or something?
Wait, ma'am.
So see, I'm just giving you a rough idea. Okay.
Okay,
Suppose
okay, okay.
suppose the data points are like suppose it is like this. Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
what we have to do, first of all, you have to calculate Q1.
Third quartile and first quartile.
Okay. First of all, you will calculate Q1 and Q3. Okay. That you know how to calculate Q1 and Q3?
Yeah, 25th
Q1.
percentile and 75th.
Yes. Okay. Then what you have to do, you have to find out the interquartile range. So interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Q3 minus Q1. Then
Yeah.
you just have to put the values in this formula, right?
Okay.
Okay. Some value will come.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Then you have to say which observation is less than this value. Suppose it is 18, which is not which will not be correct in this case. Okay. Suppose it is. Okay. I'm just assuming it's not the exact values. Okay. So suppose it is 4. Okay. So here you can see if this value comes out to be 4, then 2 is less than 4. then 2 will be your outlier.
Yes.
Okay. And suppose if your upper boundary comes out to be, suppose 13. Okay. Then any value which is greater than 13, that will be your outlier, which is suppose 18 here. Okay.
Okay. Then there are only two outliers.
In that case.
Okay. In this data
Okay.
set, there
And
are two outliers, right?
see, I
In
have not calculated the values. I have just assumed that these
ah,
values.
in your
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. So in that case, there will be 2 outliers. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. And it is also possible that there is no outliers. Okay. It's not always like it's not compulsory that outliers should be there. Maybe no value less than this value, or maybe no value greater than this upper boundary. Okay. It is also possible. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm back just now. I'm sorry for that. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry for the
No worries.
inconvenience.
Okay. So this is the formula of mean, right? So first of all, what we have put the values. Okay. Summation of all the values divided by total number of observations. If you solve it, you will get the value of x1 plus x2. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now in the next part, we have done sample sample variance. Sample standard deviation is given to you under root 106 by 6. Okay, so this will be your variance. Okay. Now you know what is the formula of sample variance. Okay. So it is summation of xi minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to take deviations and then square them, and then you have to take summation over them. Okay. So here you can see the different values are 1, 6, 10, 14, and 4. 1, 6, 10, 14, 4. Then it is x1 and x2. These are the values, right? Please check it. Okay. So what we have done here, first of all, we have calculated the mean. Mean is already, I think, given, which is 7. Okay. So mean is given to you, which is 7. So what we have done, we have 1 minus 7 whole square plus 6 minus 7 whole square plus 10 minus 7 whole square plus 14 minus 7 whole square plus 4 minus 7 whole square plus x1 minus 7 whole square plus x2 minus 7 whole square. Okay. And when you solve it, this value will be 104. Okay. Now here what we have done, x1 plus x2 was 14, right?
Yeah.
X1 plus x2 is given to you as 14. Okay. So now x2 will be 14 minus x1, right? So here we have just put the value. We have calculated this part. Okay. And it is x1 minus 7 whole square. Then it is 14 minus x1 minus 7 whole square. Now it is clear.
Yeah.
Then if you solve it, it will be a quadratic equation. Okay. Then you have to find the root of this equation, and it will be 8 and 6. And then you have to just take the difference of x1 and x2. That's clear. Question number 8, right?
Yeah.
So in question number 8, mean of the observation is 15, up to n it is 15. Okay. And then from x1 to 2n it is 45. Okay. Then mean of the observation from x1 to 3n is 34. Okay. So, and then we have to find that what is the mean of the observation 2 times of this. Okay. So first of all, we will use the formula of mean. Okay. So from x1 to xn divided by the number of observation will be n, right? So it is given to you as 50.
Yep.
Okay. So from here, you can find the sum of first n observation. Okay. X1 plus x2 plus x3 up to xn. That will be 15n, right? Equation number 4.
Yeah.
It's clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And in the next step, it is given from x1 to x2n. It is 45. Mean is 45. Okay. So we have taken the sum from x1 to x2n divided by total number of observation will be 2n, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so from here you can find the sum of first 2n observations. That will be 90n. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Then in the next step, what we have done? We have calculated the sum from x1 to xn in equation number 4, you can see
Yeah.
it is 15n. We have just put the value here. Okay.
Okay.
So I cannot write on this. I hope you will be understanding this thing. Okay. So it will be 15n,
Yeah.
sum of first n observation, then remaining will be xn plus 1, xn plus 2, up to x2n. Right? So from the remaining n observation, which is from n plus 1 to 2n, okay, this sum you can find 90n minus 15n.
Multiply.
It's clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now in the next
Yeah.
step, we have given the mean of 3n observations also. Okay, so we have used this formula. Okay. Now further in equation number 6, we have calculated. Sorry, in this equation you can see that we have calculated the mean of starting 2n observations. Sorry, the sum of 2n observation, which is 90n.
Yeah.
Okay. So first 2n observation, the sum is 90n. Then from remaining 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2 up to 3n. Okay. Now it's clear. Okay. And in the
Yeah.
next step, we have just did some multiplication and all, and then you will find the sum for last n observations, which is from 2n plus 1, 2n plus 2 up to 3n. That will be 12n. Okay. This part is clear now. Up to equation number 7.
I mean, I could from using number 5, the equation 5, that 90n plus x2 is the thing. It's yeah, that
See,
using 5.
using equation number 5, we have written the sum of first 2n observation, right?
Yeah.
From x1 plus x2 up to x2n. That will be
Okay.
90n. Okay. Now, if you
Yeah.
solve it, this sum will be your 12n, equation number 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Now we have to find the sum mean for these. Okay. In the question, we have to find sum of 2 times xn plus 1 up to x2n. Okay. And 3x2n plus 1 up to 3x3n. Okay. So in mean, what basically we want is the sum, right? That we have calculated. Okay. So in the first, you can see it is nothing but the xn plus 1 to x2n, and we have multiplied it by 2. And here in the second part, you can see in the last n observation, which is x2n plus 1 up to x3n, we have multiplied by 3. Right?
Yeah.
So in this sum, okay, that sum we have already calculated. Okay. We just have to multiply it by 2 and 3 respectively.
Mhm.
Now it's clear.
Yeah.
Why is it denominator 2n in the last step?
Sorry, 2.
Yeah, 2n, the denominator part.
See, this is your n observation. Let me write it. Okay. Okay, so we are starting from xn plus 1. Okay, then xn plus 2. Okay, then it is going for up to x2n. Okay, then it is again starting. These are n observations, right? Then
Okay, got it, ma'am. I
okay,
thought we were
then we
starting
are
from
okay. Then it is starting from x2n plus 1. Okay, and going up to x3n. So these are again n observations. So total will be 2n. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Okay, now you just have to put the values and answer will be 93. Okay, so 9 and 10 we have already discussed.
Yeah, I'll go through the video. I'll go through the video. So I can YouTube.
Okay, do you want question 11 and 12?
Sorry?
11 and question 11 and 12 also, or you can do it.
Okay, I'll try to do the next thing. I hope I'll do it long time.
Okay, any other question? Any other doubt?
Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. I have to ask a question from the PYQ. Can you tell?
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, the question is the mean is given of three datas. That is m1 is equal to x1 plus x2 to up to xn upon n.
Okay, let me write it also. Yeah, what's given?
M1 is equal to x1 plus x2 up to
M1,
xn is
M1 is
equal to
equal to
x1 plus x2
x1 plus
up
x2
to
up
xn
to, okay,
upon n.
upon n. Okay,
M2 is given as x2 plus x3 up to xn plus 1
x2,
plus x3
yeah, plus x3 up to
up to
xn,
xn plus 1
n plus 1. Okay,
upon n.
upon n. Okay,
And ma'am, M3 is given as x3 plus x4 up to xn plus 2 upon n.
x3 plus x4 up to xn plus 2.
Yes, ma'am. In this question, we have to ask what is the relation between M2, M1, and M3.
Okay, so see, from here, from this part, you can write that x1 plus x2 up to xn. Okay, that will be equals to n times n1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you can put this value in m2.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, and from here you can write like this. So till x1 to xn, the sum is n n1. Okay, so x1 we have to exclude because x1 is not there. Okay, and it is xn plus 1, right? So this equation is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Hmm. And then in n3 we can write it like this. Uh,
Yeah, ma'am. I got it, ma'am. It's clear
okay,
now, ma'am.
so
I can
basically
solve
you
that.
just, okay, you just have to put values in this way. Okay, in this, and if you further solve it, then you can find a relation.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
can put the value of m2 in m3. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other question?
Ma'am, is it allowed to ask about the graded assignment?
You have to ask question from graded assignment.
Yeah, yeah. Number nine. Wait a minute.
Graded assignment we cannot discuss.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I have doubt with the in practice assignment 3.1, question 19. Of course, I think it's a kind of thing. 19,
Yeah,
19
just a
question
minute.
about yeah,
This one.
the outlier thing. Yeah, it seems to
Yes.
be the question seems to be simple, but I see everything is in the same range, almost 8 or 11 or the thing. So how can I actually differentiate the outlier? It's very subtle. 14.8 is the one outlier here. 15, I'm saying. I'm right. 15 will be the outlier here because I haven't solved the practice assignment.
We have used this formula.
Okay. So that's what I was doing that. Okay.
I'm not able to understand what you're asking.
No. I thought like the outlier here in the whole set will be 1. Now I see the acceptance answers are 13 point. But why the 15 is not an outlier here?
1 minute. 15 will also be outlier. See,
But
here it
accepted
is
answers,
given.
no, but accepted answers are 13.8, 18.8, and 14.8.
See,
right?
because 15 is not given in the options. That's why. If 15 is there, then that will also be outlier. See, you can read this slide, last line.
Yeah.
Outlier in the given data set are 8.5, 8.8, 13.8, 14.8, and 15. Okay, 15 is also outlier.
But yeah,
But
I mean, theoretically, when you are actually discussing about the topic, you said something is really the outlier is something that is totally away from the normal. Did I understand right?
yeah, that is the case. But if you talk about the limits that we take, that are decided by this formula.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, so I had to go with the formula. Okay, fine. Fine, because I
That
don't think from
the thing which you are mentioning is for the media. And we can see that the 100 example which ma'am given in the sessions, that 107. So it clearly sees that 107 will be outlier.
But because not all the time you can see directly, so that's why we use this formula. Because here you will be assuming that values are not that much varying from each other, but these are the formulas from which we have to find out the outliers. So mathematically, these are the outliers.
Okay.
That I told you to just have an idea about what outlier exactly is.
So, I mean, in this case, okay, based on the answer and based on the option, I'm trying based on, as you mentioned, based on the formula. Here, so should I assume that the normal ones is only from 11 to 12, 11 to 12 is the normal range, and the rest of them are out of the range?
Yeah, rest are outliers.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, any other thing?
Ma'am, I want to ask that in a question that is not given, that it is a population variance or sample variance, what would be considered it?
Uh, it's not given in the question.
Yes, ma'am.
So see, you can you can study the question. What is the context? Okay, based on the context, you can determine what you have to find. Otherwise, you can see the data which is given to you is the whole population itself or a sample from a certain population.
For example, in question number 19, what would we consider it as, a population variance or sample variance?
See, here it is not given because like here it's a outlier question, but if they are asking about the variance, something will be mentioned that if the data is the entire population itself or a part of population or a sample.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, or else they will directly ask like you have to find sample variance or you have to find population variance. Okay.
No, I have solved one question in PYQ that there is not given that it is a population or sample.
Okay, so
Ma'am, so the answer is given in the sample variance. So I ask you that how would we consider it?
the question it was mentioned that it is a sample.
Ma'am, no, the question is not considered, but in the solution they assume that this is a sample week.
Sample mean was given to you.
Ma'am, no, ma'am, sample mean is not given. We have to find the variance of the data.
Okay, I will have to see the question, then I can't say
No,
anything
I do not
without
have
seeing.
the exact question. I have to
Okay.
find this.
No
I can,
issues.
ma'am, I can ask in next session.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, any other question?
No,
Yes. If you have any questions, then you can ask now. Otherwise, we will end the session.
No question.
Yeah. Anyone else? No question?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
For example, if we have a number like 102, so in this case, the stem will be 10 and the leaf will be 2, right?
102, stem will be 10 and leaf will be 2. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, a few more questions. Just a second.
See, in stem and leaf, it's not a hard and fast rule that you always have to take a stem as 10 and a leaf as 2. It depends on the data. Okay. That's why defining the key is very important. Okay. That's why always you see that in all the questions of a stem and leaf plot, key will always be given. Uh, Let me show you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is a question, and key is mentioned here. Okay, if you want to represent data in some other manner, then you just have to mention the key, like how you have represented them. Okay.
And ma'am, basically, like this stem and leaf plot, like we do not use it for finding out mean, median, etc. It's just for our
It's just
reference.
for
That
representation. Yeah, I can say.
right. Uh, yes, ma'am.
can we draw bar charts or bar chart for from the stem and leaf data? Represent in the form of
And ma'am, histogram is basically used to represent the continuous data, right?
Yes.
So in discrete, we plot the bars and like there's gap between the two values that we are plotting.
Yeah, if you
Uh,
have categorical variable, then yeah, that is a bar graph.
okay, ma'am. Also, ma'am, like in case of numerical data, like when in the lecture also there was one plot where we actually plotted the numbers on the x-axis. We had numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. That was basically a discrete form of data, and we plotted the frequency according to the y-axis. So there, in that case, like we do not try to represent the data as the Pareto chart, because we have to also follow the order while we are making the bars, right?
So if the data is ordinal, then we will go by order.
Yes, ma'am. Like as the numbers, as I'm trying to explain, like we have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're like 1 to 10 maybe, and occurring in various frequencies, and we are plotting it. We are making a bar chart. So there we'll on the x-axis we'll write as 1, 2, 3, 4, and what all numbers we have up to 10, and we'll plot their frequencies. So if for suppose 5
Yes.
is occurring 10 maybe 6 times, and all numbers are occurring less than that, like 2 is occurring thrice and 4 is occurring 5 times. So not 5 times, less than 5, and 5 is occurring 5 times. So in this case,
Okay.
like we'll not try to make it a Pareto chart. What the bar graph we are getting, where we will put it like that only. We'll not try to make it into a
Yeah,
Pareto
if
chart.
number 1 to 10 have like that, they have their meaning like they are in increasing order. If they are just representation for, like you are just labeling something from 1 to 10, then you can make a Pareto chart. But if they have order, like numbers are like numbers only, like 2 is greater than 1. Okay, then you can make it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, and if you are just labeling something from 1 to 10, then it will not matter. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Suppose you have 3 colors and you're representing color 1 by 1 only and color 2 by 2 only, then it doesn't matter because here 2 is not greater than 1. But if 2 is greater than 1, there is an order, then you have to follow the order.
Yes, ma'am.
And in the practice assignment 3.1, the question number 12, when I click the hint, it says use the comma. I don't understand because already the comma is there. Why should the hint be again a comma?
Question number
12.
question number 12.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, what's the problem?
I mean, now they say the hint, when I click on the hint, it says use the comma to separate two values. So, but there is a two blanks are there with a comma. So I didn't get this thing. Why they want to use comma as a hint here?
I think these lines, for separating these two lines, it's given. I'm not sure what is this comma for.
Yeah.
I think the last, we have two values in the last, right? That's why I think it's given. Because we have two values, okay?
Yeah.
Like fill in the blanks type.
Fine. I just want to understand. Thank you.
Someone is
And,
messaging like, please
yeah,
explain
and
if, yes.
yeah, yesterday in the session you were talking about the outlier sensitivity of the outlier and the usage of constant. I just want to know that constant that we are actually, and especially with the sensitivity towards mean and median. Uh, uh, and there, if I actually think the constant is also an outlier, and it's kind of a negative. So, could you tell me like what will be the impact there? It's a negative value.
So you are saying that you have a data and you are adding a very extreme value
Yes.
in all the data points.
Yeah, which is a constant, yeah, and it's kind of an outlier also. Let's say it's an I don't know how to define the data. Let's say that this particular data point is also an outlier. At the same time, it's also treated as a constant. How can you say?
Okay. Then definitely mean will be changed.
Yes. And what
Yeah,
about
mean is
median?
sensitive means if you are adding something, then mean will be changing, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course, the average
Adding
is
a
changing.
very extreme value or a very large value or very small value, the only thing we can see is that it will be changing.
But I mean, the mode. I mean, in the case of mode, the mode will be. I mean, kind of. It won't be disturbed, am I right? In any of these cases, did I understand right?
Sorry.
The considering the apart from mean and median, the mode.
Yes.
If you also think about mode, let's say you actually showed a set of data points yesterday about this thing where you are talking, describing us about this the sensitivity and the usage of constant.
Yeah,
So
mode will
that.
also be changing.
Okay. And if it's a negative also, like what will be the case in terms of negative and positive values about the function?
Yeah, see, you are saying that if you are subtracting a point from subtracting a value, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that
If
is
it's a
similar to this. Okay, suppose you are just like your x1 1 minute. You are writing x1 minus c, okay, or you can also write it like this, x1 plus minus c. So in both the cases, the mean will be changing. Okay, if you are adding something or if you are subtracting something. Okay. Similarly, for multiplication case, suppose you can say that you are multiplying by c, okay, or you are dividing by c, or you can also say it like that you are multiplying it by 1 by c. Okay. that is applicable for both multiplication and division. Right?
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, while calculating percentiles, there are basically two different types of formula which are given in the lecture. So one is for Google Sheets, I think, yes, and the second one is what ma'am was explaining. So I'm unable to explain that understand that Google Sheet one, that formula which ma'am explained.
See, Google Sheets using some different algorithm, but
Yes,
what
ma'am.
actually you get as a result is, suppose this is your data, okay, and
Yes, ma'am.
suppose, okay, let's suppose you have three observation below the 25th percentile. Okay, okay, see, it's not like this. So suppose these are some data points, okay, and your 25th percentile is falling between these two values, okay. So maybe it's possible that your Google Sheet is giving you different answer. Suppose 3.5. Okay, maybe if you're calculating by the manual formula, then it is giving you 3.5, and otherwise both of the cases you will be taking it as 4, giving you the same information. Okay, so algo information from the both will be same. Fine.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's fine now.
Okay.
Your
Yes,
voice
ma'am.
was breaking, I mean, for some time. It was
Yes,
not
ma'am.
clear.
Actually, so unable to hear what you said.
Okay. Actually, it's very heavy rain is going on there, so that's why some network issue is there.
Yes, you are right.
Okay,
Go
no
ahead.
problem, ma'am. Sorry, but
So
can you
I
please
was
repeat?
saying
Ma'am, again,
suppose. Okay. So I said that suppose you have one formula that NP is integer or not, something like, and Google Sheet is using some different time value and it is giving you 3.4. Okay. From manually, when you solve it manually, okay, then it is giving you 3.4, and from Google Sheet it is giving you 3.9. Values are different, right? But from both you will be saying that fourth observation will be that percentile value. So
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so ultimately, the information that you will be getting from both the formulas, that will be same. The value could be different.
Okay, that means it doesn't matter like what formula we are using, the value will that will get will be same for both the cases. Your voice is low.
That you will be getting from this, that will be same.
Really sorry, ma'am, but actually your voice was not clear. I could not understand what you just said.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, now it's clear.
Yeah, did you understand that thing?
Ma'am, I sorry, but actually I could not hear what you just said about
Okay,
the form.
yeah. I'm saying that Google Sheet is using some different algorithm. Okay, but the information that you will be getting from both the things, like from Google Sheet or from the manual calculation, the formula that we use, the information that we'll be getting will be same. Google Sheet is using some different algorithm. This is the point, but information will be same. Okay,
Yes.
as I told you that from manual calculation you got it like 3.3 suppose, and Google Sheet is giving you 3.9. But in both the cases, it will be the fourth observation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, what will you do if manual calculation be integer but the Google sheet be decimal? There should be different, right, ma'am? Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. What if I get a manual
Okay. So
calculation in integer? Yeah, ma'am.
that I can tell only after seeing the data. Okay, that depends on the data.
Ma'am, can you please
Like
explain
suppose,
that? Sorry,
your
ma'am.
25th percentile is coming somewhere in this value, between this. Okay. So below this, you can see that only 3 points are there. Okay. So any value between this, that will be giving you the same information, right? Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other doubt?
Ma'am, can you please explain that outlier formula one more time?
Outlier formula.
Yes, ma'am.
So outlier formula is this Q1. Okay. First quartile minus 1.5 times IQR. Okay. And Q3, which is third quartile, plus 1.5 times IQR. Okay. So any value. So these are just like limits. Okay. This is your lower limit. Okay. And this is your upper limit. So any value which is below this point. Let's suppose it is 15. Okay. Your this value comes out to be suppose 10, and this value comes out to be suppose 25. Okay. So any observation which is less than 10, that will be considered as outlier. Okay. And any observation that comes that is greater than this, okay, that will be outlier.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, any other doubt? So now may I end the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Someone has written that, ma'am, please explain if change in sample variance, what is the change in sample variance with the change in one element? So if you're changing only one element, then there is no direct relation from which you can find. You will have to calculate it. Okay. If you're doing something like you are adding or subtracting or multiplication or division you're doing to the entire data set, then there were some formula, okay, that variance will not be changing if you're adding or subtracting something. And if you're multiplying something, that t square times that old variance. Okay, but if you're changing only one data point, then there is no direct relation. Okay. Okay, thank you all for joining. Now you can leave. Okay.
Hi, is anyone there? Hi.